If we take a look at line number 3, now we're looking at the case where we have no solution. To graph these two lines, we're going to again put them into y equals mx plus b. So for line number 1, I need to move this negative x over, which means I'm going to add x to the other side, which gives me 2y equals x plus 2. Then I got to divide everything by 2, and that's going to give me the line y equals 1/2 x plus 1. So I'm going to go over to the y-intercept of 1, and I'm going to follow my slope of up 1 over 2. And I can draw my first line in. For line number 2, I have to get y by itself, so I want to divide everything by 4, and that's going to give me the equation y equals 1/2 x plus 1/2. So I'm going to start at 1/2 on the y-axis and go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, and I can draw that line in as well. When I take a look at these two equations, they have the same slope, which means they're never going to meet. If they're never going to meet, they can't have a point of intersection. So anytime I have parallel lines, my answer is no solution. For our last case for problem number 4, this is when my two lines actually become the same line. So I'm going to take my first equation and I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides, which gives me 4y equals negative 8x minus 4. Divide everything by 4, and we get the equation y equals negative 2x minus 1. So I'm going to start at negative 1 on my y-intercept and follow my slope of down 2 over 1. And I can draw my line in. Now when I go to line number 2 and I solve for y, this time I'm going to add the 6x to both sides and then divide everything by negative 3. Notice that you get the same exact line, y equals negative 2x minus 1. When they end up being the same line, that means that every point on my line is an answer. So if every point on my line is an answer, this gives me infinitely many solutions. It can't be all real numbers because that would include points over here that are not on the line. So if the two equations end up being the same line, we want to put infinitely many solutions.